It was May 25th, 2023. As a Jeffrey, I came back home, went on social media as usual, and decided to scroll through hours and hours, not knowing where or when I was gonna stop. I needed my daily dopamine. And then, of course, after social media, I went on YouTube and had a look at my daily YouTube subscription feed and see what new things was going on. And suddenly, on the recommended feed, I saw Jordan Bound's video. So I decided to click into the video and had a look what it was, as it was a get rich quick scheme. And back then I really wanted to kind of, get this fame and, in general, just get rich quick. So I decided to click on the video. And yet did I know that at that point, my life will entirely change. So I watched that video and Jordan talked about dropshipping business model, and he explained how e-commerce was the next big thing. So what many people would do was, listen to him, and I decided to click on Jordan's library and go through his entire course. And after his entire course, I decided to dedicate my time into doing e-commerce. And I remember on the first day when I started to, start building all my website, all of the logos and all of the designs and stuff, I told myself, Bosco, this is your moment, right? You will be making thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in no time. This is going to be so easy. But guess what? I wasn't humbled back then, but I was obviously humbled right now. It wasn't that easy. So after trying out for a few weeks and dedicating all of my time into making ads and trying to learn everything that I could to master e-commerce, I did not see success yet. So I kept trying, as Jordan mentioned, if you do not quit, then you basically cannot lose. So I kept trying and trying and trying. And it was about June, in the middle of June, I had to go to a family trip with my family. And I remember we were in Disneyland, being all, happy and stuff. And suddenly on my phone, I got a notification. And this notification was apparently Iman released a new video. So I decided to click on his video, as I'm a really big fan of Iman. And what I didn't know was that I was going to be running two businesses at the same time. And please don't get me wrong. Like, from the outside, when you tell someone that you're running two businesses, right? And all your friends or everyone that knows you, they'll be like, oh my god, bro, you're running two businesses, that's just insane. But in reality, it really is very stressful to run two businesses, especially trying to start two businesses when you have basically not really much experience, right? So one of the main factors that got me to continue both e-commerce and SaaS was because I wanted to see which one would be able to get me a good result that I aim for, right? So for e-commerce, I aim for $10,000 a month. And for SaaS, I tried to sign 10 clients. But as a result, I did not reach close to those goals at all. So again, you know how, like, there's always this kind of like an ego boost when you tell someone that you're running two businesses at the same time, right? You kind of look really cool, and like you're a really like you probably like a really popular person, right? A really famous person if you say you're running two businesses. So I think personally I kind of got a bit caught up with that, And I just don't realize that if you put attention to two different things at the same time, then your success rate of either kind of like reaching massive amounts of success for each of the business model will significantly decrease, because you were spending half your attention on one business model which is not really connected to another business model, because SaaS is basically offering a service to clients in your niche, while e-commerce was basically selling products, right, and making advertisements on Facebook, TikTok to the audience that you want to sell to. So it's two complete different things. So I think that was the mistake that I made, right? And according to one of the books which I have read, from the Diary of a CEO, right, one of its laws is he talks about how when you have a plan B, you're significantly going to drag down all of your success rates for plan A. Why? Because if you only have one plan, then you will tell yourself that because you only have one plan, you're going to be putting all of your effort, right, all of your dedication into this one plan. However, if you have a plan B, then basically you're going to be telling yourself that even though if my plan A will fail, I will still have a plan B to fall into, right? So basically what will happen is you'll basically fall behind into this comfort zone where you're really not creating this urgency to push yourself to strive for this plan A. So that's why personally, I feel like even though it might be tempting sometimes to kind of like run both businesses at the same time because they're really good opportunities, right? Sometimes it's always still better to focus on one thing at first, and then after that, slowly expand the different areas of business you want to try out after one business model, right? So right now I've made the choice to kind of drop e-commerce and focus fully on building my SaaS agency. So right now in SaaS, I have decided to change my niche and service again and do a whole rebrand of my entire thing and basically start from ground zero. But do I think that it was a waste for the past few months? For sure not, because I've learned so many things, right? I've built connections with so many different people, and it's I've never been so happy. Like, even though at night I'll be like so depressed, I'll be so depressed, right? Feeling so lonely and stuff. I just feel so happy that I'm actually learning something more than just the average person out there. And basically what I was trying to balancing in the like, now that I think of it, what I was trying to balance in like the past 3 months when I started was like school, right? School, SaaS, e-commerce, and YouTube content creation, which is 4 complete different things, and that just makes my mind blow up, right? Like, and I still want to try and get a social life too. So right now, after freeing up some time from e-commerce, I feel like the chances of me kind of like succeeding in SaaS is much higher, as I'm kind of paying like before I was paying like this much attention for each one because my attention span is only like this much, right? But now without e-commerce, I can pay a whole lot more attention onto SaaS. So I just want to end off here. Like, I know this has really just been like an update of my kind of situation and stuff and my thoughts on running 2 businesses, which is basically you should not run 2 businesses at the same time if you're just starting out, as I know many of you viewers are probably like just also like trying to start out and trying to achieve like financial freedom as watching my channel content and stuff. But I just want to also like give you an analogy which I've learned from Stephen Bartlett's amazing 33 Law of Business and Life book, where he basically talks about the analogy of life, right? So if I can remember clearly, let me go grab the book. Alright, so I'm back with the book. As you can see, I made a whole lot of sticky labels on the side, as it has been an insane read. So to anyone who is looking for very good business and life advice, highly recommend you to read this book, as it's probably my number one book for now. So if I can find it. Alright, so this page is sticky note in pink, and it is page 270. So let me read the concept that he talked about. Time betting. P.S. Note that it's basically an analogy for life. We are all gamblers, stood over the roulette table of life. In this gamble that is life, the number of betting chips we hold is equal to the number of hours we have left to live. As a 30-year-old, I'm likely holding about 400,000 chips, but I don't know for a certain. Nobody knows. I could have just one left. I could have 500,000 tokens left. The one rule of the game is that we have to place one chip every hour, and once a chip is placed, we will never get it back. The wheel is always spinning, and how we place our bets determines the type of rewards we win from our life. We can place these chips on whatever we like. You might place them on watching Netflix, going to the gym, cooking, dancing, spending quality time with your partner, building a business, learning a skill, raising a child, or walking a dog. How you place these chips is the one thing in life we can control, and it's the one factor that will have the greatest impact on shaping our success, happiness, relationships, intellectual development, mental well-being, and legacy. Although you can never get your chips back once they have been placed, if you allocate some of your chips to activities that improve your health, the croupier will hand you a few more chips back. The game ends when you run out of chips, and once the game is over, you don't get to keep any of the things you've won anyways. With this in mind, you should be conscious of what prizes you bet your chips trying to win. You should prioritize the things that brings you joy and deprioritize trying to attain hard-fought prizes that deliver nothing more than negativity, anxiety, and illusion. From the author's perspective, if I do have 400,000 chips left, I'll likely bet 133,333 of those chips on sleep. If I meet the average, I'll place 50,554 chips on mindlessly scrolling through social media, 30,000 of them eating and drinking, and 8,333 chips in the bathroom. Which leaves me with about 200,000 chips, 200,000 hours, or about 8,000 days left to achieve my goals. Build my relationships, raise my family, pursue my hobbies, travel, dance, learn, exercise, walk my dog, and live the rest of my life. I say this not to scare you. I say this to help you realize how unbelievably important, precious, and valuable each chip, each hour of your day is. Is this crystal clear realization of the importance of your time caused by the crystal clear realization of our impending death that serves to motivate us to place every chip we have with clear intention, not to allow them to be snatched from your hands unconsciously by the digital, social, and psychological distraction, but to be placed considerately, chip by chip, on the things that truly matters the most. At 50 years of age, Steve Jobs delivered one of the most widely viewed college commencement speeches of all time. At the end of his speech, he said, "Remembering I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life." Having overcome a life-threatening bout with cancer, he went on to argue that death is very likely the single best invention of life. Jobs believed that the inevitability of death could inspire individuals to pursue their passion, to take risks, and to chart their own course in life. He implored his audience of students to avoid wasting their time living up to someone's expectations, reminding them that their time was limited. Of all the things Steve Jobs could have said to those young, impressionable college graduates, having just confronted his own mortality, he felt that reminding them of their own importance was the most important thing to say. Sorry guys, my throat's a bit dry, so. So to go back, that was law number 27, the discipline equation, death, time, and discipline. So again, guys, came from the book, The Diary of a CEO. It's an amazing book. Highly recommend you to read this. Has been definitely the best book I've ever read in my entire life. So basically, the time is yours, right? You have a limited amount of time, as mentioned by Stephen and many people. And like, when we think about it, everything we do, right? We just want to try and make a better change to the world and kind of leave a legacy, though no one will be remembered at the end. And what Stephen wants to mention here is that if we try and invest our time into things like health and wealth, then we can kind of get back some tokens to kind of live longer in our lives, because we improve the factors, which is very important to kind of live a longer life, right? So that was definitely something that I'm gonna for sure keep in my head and really like motivate me when I'm really in the low point, right? And whenever I face any like struggles and problems, I always also remind myself that this is just another dark and cold night around Everest. Like, to all of you watching, I'm very sure that you guys are probably in your own self-improvement journey as well. And I just want you guys to know that we are all here together, right? I know this has been repeated so much by so many creators who are on the self-improvement journey, but just know that we are all here together, right? We are all here to kind of rewire our entire brain, right? To kind of bring humanity back to the position where it's supposed to be, and really show the world that this is the way that we should live, right? Masculine people are supposed to be masculine, or men are supposed to be masculine, right? And the education system is flawed, and we really need to change it if we really want to get our world to evolve to the next level. So wherever you are right now, if you're pursuing a business, or if you're just trying to find out what you really want to do, right? I salute to you, right? I want you to keep going, because remember that you just cannot lose if you just don't quit. And eventually one day, after all of our hard work, after all of the pain that you've gone through, you will get the reward that you plan out for yourself. You will achieve crazy heights that you never believed that you achieve, as long as you put in the hard work. So guys, that's basically all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't really know when I'm gonna be making my next video, as normally I make these videos when I kind of have an idea of what I really want to talk about and stuff. So probably the next video will be about experience week. So I have an experience week in school where basically me and my friends are basically going to be traveling to somewhere, and in this case we're going to be going to Kyoto. So till then guys, make sure to do all of the hard work, and just remember that we are all here together fighting for this journey. Never give up. And yeah, till next time guys, peace out.